You're watching the No Bull Quick News. Today is January 19th, 2026. I'm Brian Mistro, and this is your No Bull Quick News. Last night, Donald Trump sent a letter to the Prime Minister of Norway. He said, quote, "Considering your country decided not to give me the Nobel Prize for having stopped 8 wars plus, I no longer feel an obligation to think purely of peace, although it will always be predominant, but can now think about what is good and proper for the United States of America. Denmark cannot protect that land from Russia or China, and why do they have a right to ownership anyway? There are no written documents. It's only that a boat landed there hundreds of years ago, but we had boats landing there also. I've done more for NATO than any other person since its founding, and now NATO should do something for the United States. The world is not secure unless we have complete and total control of Greenland. Thank you, Donald J. Trump." China has responded to the U.S. efforts to acquire Greenland by saying, quote, "We urge the United States to stop using the so-called China threat as a pretext to pursue selfish interests." This morning, NBC News asked Donald Trump if he would rule out using force to take Greenland. His response was no comment. Washington Post is reporting that the Pentagon has ordered about 1,500 active duty soldiers to prepare for a possible deployment to Minnesota. This is after Donald Trump has repeatedly threatened to invoke the Insurrection Act there. ABC News is reporting that thousands of people have been arrested during the ICE operations in Minnesota over the past 2 weeks. Multiple attorneys allege that for some of those detained, including at least one U.S. citizen, DHS is denying their constitutional right to see an attorney. Josh Shapiro writes, according to the New York Times in his memoir, that the Harris team, while interviewing him to be vice president, asked if he had ever been an Israeli agent. Josh Shapiro further states that the focus on Israel and the constant questions about Israel finally became offensive. New York Times is reporting that the top U.S. clerics have said that the U.S. moral role in confronting evil around the world is in question for the first time in decades. Finally, the Daily Mail is reporting that Iran has killed 16,500 protesters and injured more than 300,000 in a brutal crackdown that is, quote, "a genocide under the cover of digital darkness." Thank you for joining us today. This is Brian Mistro, and this has been your No Bull Quick News. The No Bull Media Group is on all major social media platforms. Make sure to subscribe on our YouTube channel at No Bull Media Group. From there, you can see this video and many others. You've been watching the No Bull Quick News. Make sure you catch our episode every day, Monday through Friday.